And the Red Raiders will kick it off to get us underway. No chance for a return as that... out of the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a crease. It's Clark. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run this play from the pistol. Right back to it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
A designed run for the quarterback. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
This is a designed run. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! The AT unit on the field. He's looking. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Lamb. Quick strike complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Across the 25, he's got room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Red Raider.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. BYU 8, Texas Tech 6.
They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Going to the running game. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
fast motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's much.
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
BYU, number 11, with the grab and the score.
Here comes the two-point try. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, looking for a man. He's in there for the deuce, and they extend the lead to 10. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside. But I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
Lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. BYU, 16, Texas Tech.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying play action. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. On the move at the 30. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
I saw you break.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Now the toss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll go right back to the run. The ball squirts free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Hauls it in at the 25.
The returner brings it out to the 38. And the BYU offense will take over 1st and 10.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas Tech, 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here.
Makes the grab on the left side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough arm.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Got it in the middle. It's key. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Let's it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. On the move, it's Clark. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think on defense in your own red zone, you got to be ready for these receivers to get involved, not just catching the ball, but running it too. Good play offensively there.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They'll immediately call timeout. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's still third and goal. Wants to go up top. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Texas Tech, 12.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you can...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
I'm going to go ahead and burn my freebie real quick.
You know what pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice.
They got some like 4 down routes that you can burn.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
Oh, he put his hands
and
up.
the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And listen, obviously, in this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation.
And the pass hits.
Yep.
Off.
And here we go get a picker. We go get a picker.
Capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. He got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The sweet feet buy a little time. It's complete on the right side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got him downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Lamb. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it right down the middle. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
You can concede, bro. I ain't tripping.
Getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand.
I ain't tripping on
It's
that
pretty
concede,
good
bro. I ain't
defense,
worried
but
about
you take those breaks when you can get them.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now
I'm gonna
when
see
you
what
know
these
it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
Texas Tech, 19.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here. No.
He unleashes a long one. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least the one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Got a lot of running room. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Quarterback will keep it. Running with power. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Touchdown, BYU! And the stomping has commenced.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score BYU 54, Texas Tech 26.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that pass is caught at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raider!
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
To the air, it's Lamb. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense with jumbo personnel. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Lamb. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead.
And that ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
A shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Lamb. Moving out of the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the...
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, BYU! And the beatdown has ensued. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And he knocked that one right down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Touchdown, Cougar! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
BYU 68, Texas Tech 40.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros.
Looking deep. Brings it down on the right side.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together, and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He's going to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Lamb. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Cougars.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
And that's why coaches hate to see their players try to lateral the football, because you don't practice it. It's just off the cuff. And that time, they put it on the ground. That's a lesson for that young man moving forward. I don't think you're going to see him trying laterals anytime soon.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? And finding some things here late that they did well.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. BYU lines up quickly. Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. And he's got it at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Ready to try the point after. He's looking. They fake it. The kicker's looking to pass. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the...
Afterburners coming. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going for the big play. He caught it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Lamb. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Key. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
That nigga broke his
Let's see what they've got
collarbone
on second down.
for the season. I seen that shit. I said, damn, for the season? I ain't never had an injury on this hoe. I thought injuries was off.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
I don't know
ready,
what your strength is.
Fast,
and you got to have people with good change of direction.
And it's in.
Like if your corners don't have good change of direction, they're gonna get cooked on that. So I try to make sure I get somebody. Like even if they're a little slower, they might get faster over the course of the 4 years. I need change of direction, bro.
Forces the incompletion.
And they get the sack just like that. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. He caught it. Touchdown, BYU. And the route is on.
Someone say right.
They didn't do it for you?
Someone say I don't need
Yeah,
to
I don't
add
know
points.
that.
But here's the thing.
That's all I
It's
do.
your
Though.
job to stop the run.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. About to kick it off after punching.
It don't work every time. Like it don't work, but sometimes it do. That's what I do. You throw it, if I notice it, I try to do it. And maybe it's like you got to do it on time thing.
Let's
I
see
don't
how
know.
far he can get. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Yeah.
To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Well, this one...